And I guess, and this is why I'm going to tell y'all, this is why I love you guys. They called that person from Spotify, who's really high up, I won't mention the name, called my agent back and wanted to just even talk more about it, see where we're at, see if we already committed to anything, like on with signing or anything. And they did it because they went home and I guess in passing, maybe they have a whole family, I'm guessing, and they're saying, hey, I did this. And I don't know, maybe they're at a dinner table. And then it might be like, I ran into this so-and-so agent and yeah, they're pitching some podcast to some guy named DJ Akademiks. And that person's kids was like, what? Akademiks? If you're wondering how I got the deal at Spotify, that's how I got it. That encouraged them to say, wait, what? Wait, you guys know this guy? And honestly, because that person's kids were fans or knew about me, it encouraged them to keep conversation going. It encouraged them to, let's take a meeting. Let's see why he might not be on our mainstream whatever radar, but let's see why our kids are like, oh, it's Akademiks. I get knocked a lot of time for, being one of the media platforms that focuses on the youth. And for whatever it's worth and whatever I lose or gain, I feel justified when I hear these stories. Because sometimes, people always say, yo, you're focused on the kids. The kids, they don't buy nothing and they got no power. They're just kids. They click, troll, that's it. But you know what? It took for this person's kids to let that person know, yo, that's a big deal. That's who we would want to engage with. And, salute to that, salute to my guy over there. Again, I'll keep names out of it. And, the same thing was said about another person high up at Spotify. It was a young lady at this time. It was a woman. And she's a very nice woman. But I know if you asked her who Akademiks is, no clue. I probably wouldn't come across her radar. But when met with the idea that, hey, we're going to start talking to this guy named Akademiks about a Spotify deal, maybe she brought it up to her kids too. And her kids said, Ak? We F with him. We like him. We rock with him. It gave them the incentive to say, this is the right move. And I want to thank you to those people, and I want to thank you to you guys, because you never know who's watching. Sometimes it takes a cosign from somebody that you don't know for someone to get a chance. That's the honest truth. And what ended up happening is from November, we start working on a deal. And in my gut and my heart, the moment they told me that Spotify wanted to have a meeting, I remember I got in this same room 30 minutes before the meeting even started. I was so hyped, heart pumping a little bit, because I knew these people they might not even know what my audience is, but they're just giving it a shot. And I wanted to impress them, honestly, because I really like Spotify. And truth be told, they liked me. And we went through a really long process, 6 months, to negotiate a contract. There were times that my lawyers brought back an offer from Spotify, which, let me then say, way superseded anything we had before. Remember, we were talking six figures. We're clearly in high sevens. These are the initial offers. I'm like, oh, let's go. And that's why, so I want to thank my team. And if you ever wonder why I'm never coming back around to cuss people out, I don't, me and Complex, we work together still from time to time. I'm not there every day anymore, but I have a lot of love for Complex. But you won't hear me say, "Oh, Complex finesse." You won't hear that because if there was something that was really important to me, I made sure I try to fight for it, and I try to fight for it in a really, business acceptable way. And that's why I want to thank my team because, you know, I don't want to give too much away about like my deal. They made sure that just certain things that we thought that was important going into other negotiations with other companies before Spotify, they were all still met with Spotify. And you could take that as however you want, but they didn't just say, "Hey, oh, it's a lot more money, let's just go." They said, "Hey, let's make sure we cross our T's, dot our I's." I was frustrated at the time. I'm like, "Yo, I want to start. Yo, what's up? Like, what we doing?" They're like, "No, remember when we started, these were our plans. We're going to get to it." And, it ultimately got to a point where there was I think I told you guys this, there's a slight bidding war. And ultimately, despite how that bidding war went, I was very happy with what became the outcome. So, from that, and let me explain to you what this deal means. This deal that I've signed with Spotify, and by the way, you hear a lot. Well, first of all, nobody tells the truth more than me. You already know this. I can tell you what my deal is. I don't know what nobody else's deal has ever been, but this is my deal. I can't in no 360. I can do Twitch when, however often I want to do it. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to be a little bit busy too, trying to get stuff going on. Like, I ain't going to lie. Like, I was about to get to painting like the other day. So, if you see me streaming a little less, don't think something like I'm trying to, I'm trying to prep my new set and I'm putting in actual physical labor. Like, imagine act on a ladder, mounting acoustic panels. Yes. If it gonna take that, I'm gonna do it. So I know if you think I'm like, it's never selling out. It's, I'm really hands-on. And this is a time that I got to put a lot of work into setting up the infrastructure to get that show going on. I could tell you this. Spotify, and I love them for this, they have given me full control. They gave me the keys. We had meetings and meetings and meetings, and they valued me enough to say, "Hey, Ak, if you could just do it, we'll give you everything. Just go ahead and just get it done. We don't want no input. Also, you get final say." They could have input, obviously, but mine overrules everyone else, right? But still, I'm not trying to use it as a dictatorship. I want to still play ball. Yeah. So just explaining it. It's a Spotify exclusive. For the podcast, there will be clips available on my YouTube of dope moments. I encourage you guys to go to Spotify to watch the full thing, and the full thing will be there all the time with video. However, the other things I do, and that's why I met so many great people there. They understood for Akademiks to be Akademiks and for this deal to work, you can't restrict Akademiks. So I will be still posted on YouTube. Now, granted, I might be like, "Hey," like throwing a little plug at the end, like, "It's worth checking Akademiks." And I'm like, "Yo, hey, you check me out on Spotify too." Maybe that's the most. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Just a little plug, like, "Hey, also check me out on Spotify because that's where my podcast is at." But everything else I'm doing is the same. Like, you know what I mean? If I want to get on Twitch and fucking violate some bum ass nigga, of course I can still do it. If I want to get on YouTube and drop 3,000 videos a day, I can still do it. If I want to post whatever on my Instagram, I can still do it. It's about the exclusive deal is about this particular podcast that I will tell you I really want to build. They've given me the keys, which means anything I want to do. I wanted to get Whack 100 and 6ix9ine in the room. I just brought the episode to them. This is what I want to put out my first episode. They don't ask me, oh, wait, so what's your direction? Don't ask it. Just go with it. Finally, they're letting the creative person be the creative. Don't tell me what the algorithms is saying. I know how to do it. I'm going to bring you the hottest shit. And it looks like so far they could do it. So I want to say to you guys, thank you. I'm going to be also honest, right? I dropped an episode, which is a pilot episode, because when it was kind of like a soft announce, really, because I pushed them because I wanted the episode out. We're supposed to do 3 episodes a week starting September 23rd. Doesn't have to be 3. Sometimes it could be 2. It'll probably be at least 2. Okay. I'll say at least 2. It doesn't have to be 3. But I'd envision something like that. Anyway, and I'm giving you all the details. I don't want no conspiracy theories. Oh, you YouTuber niggas, there's no need to go guess. Yo, maybe act. No, I'm telling you it all. I tell my chat niggas it all. Okay. Yeah, I can tell you this. The plan was not to put out a pilot episode. It was to announce the show, and then 2 weeks later start 3 a week or 2 a week. Out of my own, I'm watching, like, I'm in the media. The shit was happening with Whack 100. 6ix9ine was like, y'all sit down with that nigga. I can't wait till a month to do it. Rolling Loud was happening. Whack gonna be in Miami. 6ix9ine is gonna be in Miami. I went and made it happen. I came back to Spotify and said, yo, I need this episode out now. They said, whoa, 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 whoa. I said, fuck that. Now. And I apologize to the good people up there, because I know I'm moving off creator stuff. And obviously, I'm never disrespectful, especially when I'm dealing with, people who aren't disrespecting me. But yeah. So we did it the week before. They're like, yo, we could do it next week and whatever. Anyway, it came out. I do want to say, before we even get into it, Spotify has been so pleased. It's one of the most shared episodes of the entire year on the platform. In their mind, when they're doing the hierarchy, they got blah, blah, blah. Nigga, we've been number 2 for the last 4 days off one episode. Some people drop multiple episodes a week, like even Joe Rogan does. We got one episode and we're the number 2 podcast on the entire platform. And we're going to definitely stay there for at least a week. They came to me, they said, man, fuck that September date. You could start whenever you want. Again, we're going to work it out. And by the way, I'm going to be honest with y'all. This is going to be a very transparent process. I'm going to kick y'all guest ideas. Y'all going to kick me ideas. I'm going to kick y'all ideas for segments. I want y'all to kick me ideas for segments. This is how we've always done everything. On the Sticks was an idea that came from Twitch. This is open source and dealing with an audience that helps you. I have no shame to admit that. So hiding shit from you does not help me. Slash talk show type episode. It might be me and just like another person who's a commentator in the culture. Might be me and like just two homegirls that I think have some good insight on whatever topics we talking about for the day. Or it might be me and like, I don't know, two street niggas who might could help bring that conversation to a, a higher level if we're talking about, say, that. Or shit, if we talk about sports, it might be me and someone from sports. It doesn't have to be a celebrity. That's what I was trying to say. So I'm gonna try to get like a once a week we get like, so like that 6ix9ine episode would be like, okay, that's like a celebrity guest interview, right? But the majority of the episodes won't be that. And y'all have seen me on here hold it down by myself. I rant and I rave. You gonna see me on Spotify ranting and rave too. Like, hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is why I love Twitch. In our meetings, Twitch came up. They love Twitch. They love watching me on Twitch. They're like, oh my God, you're a master on that. Thank you. All due respect to the audience because they help bring this energy, right? And they like that, They just want it and other stuff in a more prepared, structured type of thing. So, on here, we go left. I might get on Twitch. I might get on Discord. We might do this, whatever. The podcast is going to be a little more structured. But anyway, I'm giving you out a format. So that's what it's going to be for the majority of the time. Every week or so, we'll bring someone in, right? Like as a celebrity, like interview type thing. Otherwise, it's just round table discussion with obviously me leading it, me giving my opinion, and whoever's there will bounce off of me. Okay? Okay. So you guys understand that. Oh yeah. So even thinking about like, and I'm gonna tell you honestly, I don't know if we're gonna have this discussion tomorrow with Spotify. I think they want me to like just launch ASAP. Like, this is so much ridiculous numbers they didn't promote because they were like, okay, the pilot episode we don't need to promote because you're not officially launched yet. So all the numbers you're seeing is no Spotify. They're not doing the normal shit they would do for a podcast that they're paying for. You feel me? So everything you're seeing right now is straight organic. So they're fucking shocked. I'm thinking maybe I should just give them one more guest episode, but like like I'm about to break this fucking culture type shit. You know what I mean? It's like, I think the 6ix9ine and Wax shit for the last week. Remember, Kanye didn't drop. I thought Kanye didn't drop. So we like the spillover from that podcast has ran the entire major news cycle for hip hop. Right? And so I'm thinking, what's the good follow-up for it, right? And I'm like, damn, I could do a Tory interview. But I don't know if that's too basic. Like, I don't want to lean always on that factor of having two other people. Because truth be told, I love to talk. And 6ix9ine and Wack, they talk way too fucking much. So, so I'm trying to figure out a dope second episode, but it's an episode. These are pre-launch episodes. Like right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna just drop bombs on the fucking culture. Like niggas is like, I don't care about. I don't even know who these other podcast niggas is. I'm about to just show me y'all niggas just are boring every week. Let me drop 2 bombs. I dropped one already. I'm gonna drop maybe one more. That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to figure it out. Drop one more bomb, fuck this whole shit up. That when we do launch, niggas is like, God damn, this nigga act different. So I'm figuring it out, but I could tell Spotify, they on my ass now. They're like, yo, act, let's get this shit going on now. Like, pump it out now. And I'm like, relax. Anyway, love to Spotify. Love you guys over there. Cool. Enough of, that's the Spotify deal. I hope you guys understand it. If you have any questions real quick about the deal, anything, I should have like, just hopped in Discord. Matter of fact, I'll do that real quick. I get in Discord, 5 minutes. It's real quick Q&A. You could ask me anything about the Spotify deal, and then we're going to move on. And then we're going to move on to the actual first episode. Then I want to talk about the baby. Then I want to talk about some other things happening. I want to talk about Kanye Donda. and a few other things. We're gonna move quickly through topics. Should I get in Discord or no? Probably should get in Discord because I don't want and for anybody watching this on YouTube, this is an encouragement for you to try to make a Twitch stream because I don't ever want you guys to think I'm just talking and I'm dodging shit or whatever. It's like if you want to ask me some shit, just be here and fucking present it. We're gonna like I'm never dodging anything. Let me get in Discord real quick. All right, where's Discord? Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna chat nigga lounge. Please, everybody mute up. Let's try to do this one at a time. God damn, so many people in there. Ask me. This is what we're gonna do because I really want to encourage you guys to also join the Discord. Exclamation mark Discord in the chat. Please get up in there. It has a whole life of its own. They be beefing. People hit me that they get banned every day. Some people tell me mods is abusing their powers. People getting exposed. People going on dates. Truth. And by the way, if any of y'all have any babies or y'all hook up with people from the chat, I just need a shout out, man. That's all I want. Anyway, all right. Let me get up in here and see what people talk about. Yo,
Fam.
Yo.
what's good with y'all, man?
Yeah, we chilling. How your day going, bro?
My day is going pretty good. You know, I've definitely missed being on stream. But you know, real quick, and I'm gonna try to keep the Discord. I think I'm gonna try to do this. Like at the end of my rants or whatever, I'm gonna give 5 minutes for just like Q&A. Like you got to stay on topic though, right? Just for what I'm talking about. So after this, I'm gonna mute up. Then I'm gonna go into something else. But does anybody have any question about the Spotify situation I just kind of explained?
Yo, I have a yo. Yo, mods mute that nigga. Mods mute that nigga.
Love you, Akademiks.
Okay, who's the first? Who has the first question?
Yeah, I got a question. Mm-hmm. Yo, you said you got a big ass deal, high 7 figures, and you also own the IP, right? I assume.
Oh, okay. So I'm glad you. I will say this, and listen, I'm only speaking for me, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think Spotify likes people to disclose this part of it. I would just say, me, I own my shit. Okay, Akademiks owns everything that Akademiks got to do with. Okay, and yeah.
All right, broski.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. How are you owning the IP and you have such a high 7-figure deal? What the fuck is Spotify getting, bro? Let's be honest.
Okay.
I find it very hard to believe, bro.
I mean, I guess they get traction. I mean, as if they need it, but.
Okay. Wait. Okay, no, I'm glad you asked that question. So that's a real question. So you're saying, how could you have ownership, right? Mm-hmm. And you're getting a deal where you're getting decent amount of money. How does it make sense? Well, for Spotify and all these other companies, they don't make money for music, right? They're all investing in content, a lot in podcast. Podcasting is something that has, it takes really little to make, and you could gain a lot from it just because of the audience size. And what most of these companies are really making from it is that, for example, and I'm gonna not to take it off myself, but say Joe Rogan, that whole audience, right, that was consuming his content on YouTube, the podcast, which is a very loyal audience, they all now have to come to Spotify. And they're coming to Spotify, or maybe they're already there, but they're there to consume something that's non-musical. Now, also, here's the thing. And I don't know, I don't even want to ask you why you asked that question, because I could answer it in other ways too. So on a podcast level, right? If I have someone, right, I'm gonna make up numbers. If I have someone who could bring in 50 million streams a week, right? Mm-hmm. For something that's on average listened for at least 45 minutes, I could go to market, right? And I could sell ads, right? For possibly tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands per either week
Episode.
or month. You get me? So what I'm saying is that it's a business model. It would be it's a business model with it. By the way, if you listen to Off the Record on Spotify and you just register, you could listen to it for free. You just registered with a free account. They might throw an ad in there. That got nothing to do with me. But you're getting it for free. You might have to catch an ad. It's like YouTube. That's how they're gonna make their money. That's pretty much just how it goes. You know what I mean? So obviously there's a little bit of investment, right? But there is a business model there to say, if you bring an audience here, right? And we could sell ads against that audience, and people could only get that content here. And by the way, remember, it's an exclusive deal, so you might own the IP, but they have the rights to, while that exclusivity lives, it's only on that platform. So I don't know why, and by the way, anybody could jump in and maybe y'all could explain it. Ownership just means, hey, you could license it. It doesn't mean I can't tell Spotify, oh, because I own it, I signed an exclusive deal. I can't tell them, oh, I want to put it on Tidal. No. You get me? So sometimes you get pent up on ownership. I'm going to tell you why ownership mattered to me. Ownership mattered to me because you never know. In a few years, if our deal, whatever happens, and I'm hitting the road, you want to be able to have the thing that you were building. It's important to me for that reason. But you have to realize while you're at that company, even if you own it, I'm not exercising any rights of ownership while I'm there because it's exclusive to there.
Hear the Tyler interview.
Okay.
You get me?
Yo, so hey, hold on. So obviously, like, you're gonna make Spotify's podcast unit go crazy. Your numbers are different, right? So they're gonna be able, when it's like their quarterly meetings, right? They could be like, yo, we signed these 5 new podcasts, and our podcast business is expanding this way, right? The numbers are going this way. So their share price is gonna go up.
Numbers, my nigga gonna make.
All right, bet. So they're 42 million, right? It's 42 billion right now. So when they fucking report that shit, they're gonna make tons of money. Are you getting stock options from them at least? Because they're gonna, if you drive even 10% growth, you're making them $100 million.
It's not the type of thing you just pull.
Well, and I guess this is where, you know, you're right. But then we also have to humble ourselves. Let me tell you this. I'm seeing the numbers as it comes in. I kid you not. I'm racking in so much numbers with this fucking first episode.
Yo, let's wrap this up.
Yo, I still haven't knocked off like Rogan. Rogan shit is some other shit. But I also say this to say, you're marginal compared to their complete numbers. If I, like, you have to, like, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think, like, again, maybe in the podcast department, Joe Rogan is moving it, the needle 10%. I don't think in overall streams he's doing that. Not at all. I think it's them trying to make the platform profitable without relying on music, which music is completely owned by the labels and then licensed to them, and they have to pay out these ridiculous rates. At least they get in the content game, and then they could show that they could get some profitability through there. So I'll tell you this, no. And by the way, if let me just tell y'all the truth. Maybe I don't even think Rogan got no fucking like stock options in Spotify. Fuck no. For what?
Well,
like,
the thing is, bro, if you were working there as like an intern, they give their intern software developers stock options. So I'm like, why the fuck they don't give their creator stock options?
No. Well, I mean, you can negotiate that. I mean, the price of Spotify stock that's traded on the market right now, it's like 320 or something like that. You could buy it your damn self. I'm not gonna lie, but when I knew I was signing there, I bought a bunch of them my damn self. I could have told him, hey, convert some of the money you're giving me and just give me like that. That doesn't mean you own part of the shit. Like, you know what I mean? They do that. They do that with employees, full-time employees usually, or like high up employees to encourage growth. It's almost like a bonus. Hey, listen, you have these stocks. Remember, the stock only goes up when you increase subscribers. So you should work hard as fuck to increase subscribers because your money goes up too. It makes sense, right? But them paying me cash or them paying me stock, like the amount of money they're paying me, I could just buy all Spotify stock if I really believe in that like that. You know what I mean? Like, don't take that and conflate it with thinking that, hey, they're giving you part of the company. You know what I mean? No, they're still paying you whatever the rate they want to pay you.
Got it. So it's just like an extra form of compensation. But yeah, niggas are saying wrap it up because they like don't have like Down syndrome and don't know math and shit. So we can let you get back to the fuckery.
All right. Well, anybody else about anybody else about that? Because after this, the next time I come back in here, y'all can ask all y'all whack 100, 6'9", 21 Savage questions. But right now, just straight Spotify, kicking it with y'all. Y'all can ask any goddamn thing.
Yo, I got a question.
Yo, I got one about the numbers.
I got one more.
I go ahead.
Yo, aren't you with since you want to deal with Spotify, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you scared of like censorship in the future?
And by the way, I paid a lot of attention to this before. Good question, by the way. Who asked that question?
Oh, Noble Light Skin.
Oh, Noble Light Skin. What's up, bro? No.
Yo, what's up, Pablo?
Yo, amazing question, but I spent really a long time like watching, like, even on Rogan's like The Big Fish, like watching how, maybe, or even reading these reports that maybe they were trying to censor him, this and third. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a real heart to heart, not even a heart to heart, just a straight up conversation, because me and one of their the same top guy, we got on the phone because like negotiations was taking forever, and the guy said to me, "Hey, Ak, can we get on the phone?" He says, "What could we do to get this deal done?" And he's like, "What do you have any questions?" And I'm gonna be honest, I asked him that. I said, "What about censorship, this and third?" And I'm gonna be honest with you. They told me, they said, "Listen, Ak, we're not fucking like the censor police. We're not gonna be on your content. Oh my God, this and third." If you notice, and by the way, it came from my side, like my lawyers and shit. They even asked me, "Hey, maybe we should mute out this," where I think that they were like, "Yo, we should probably mute or like, edit out this part on this clip for this episode that came out where like Wax said something like, yo, why you ain't go, like, I don't know if he said like, why you ain't go kill 29 Savage, something like that." This didn't even come from Spotify. This came from like my people. And for me, I'm like, no, I'm going straight authentic. I'm not editing out shit. Spotify didn't come to me with it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Their view of shit is like, and they told me, they said, "Listen, as long as you don't jump off the bridge, you get me? If you jump off the bridge, bro, like don't think we friends, like we finna save you. You feel me? You get on your podcast and you start saying some shit like the baby said at Rolling Loud. They ain't finna be like, nah, we fuck with that. They gonna be like, show up, get that nigga out of here then. Fuck it. You get me? And as long as you don't jump off the bridge, they understand that this is gonna be something where, you're pushing boundaries at times. People are gonna be offended. Shit is gonna be controversial. That's one of the main things, and I told y'all about this. What I could tell y'all is this is a fact. I turned down, it was a bidding war between two companies, and in the two companies, shit was great. Like, I like both, but Spotify was gonna be the company that would allow me to do more and allow me to be myself, and that meant that meant a lot to me.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You don't got a question? No, it's good. They want to get back to the fuckery.
All right, cool. All right, cool.
Yo,
Ak.
You get from these other networks.
Hey, Ak, you got to get a leaf on the podcast to do some Kevin Samuel moments, like him being like Kevin Samuels. Big leaf.
Oh my God, the Hard on Thoughts movement reborn on podcast. What?
Yeah. Hey, let Leaf do it, man. Leaf is the chat Kevin Samuels.
Wait.
The Big Leaf.
Who's that? Is that that's Wale Intern. What up, yo?
That's Wale. Yes, Wale.
Yo, by the way, also I was thinking, I went on Fresh and Fit podcast, and like their content is a little, whatever. In terms of it's definitely some Hard on Thoughts shit. it's so lovely to be chat. If you see me like focusing it or I really care about this podcast, it's not because of the Spotify thing. Bro, this is the first time that somebody has said, do what you want, just make it lit. They ain't tell me what to talk about. They ain't be like, oh, hey, you have to review this amount of value. They don't give a fuck what I do. They said, hey, just give us a broad overview of what you would be doing. I said, sometimes I'll just be cracking jokes. Sometimes I'll be roasting people. Sometimes, like, hey, I just might have two people on to discuss issues. Sometimes I might be reviewing some albums. Like, and they said, cool, that's it. You know what I mean? So I have so much, like, leverage in what I could do and, like, so much leeway. Is like, hey, we might have some episodes, like even that shit with like the Jasmine Blue, even though even though like I don't want to take that platform on some, like, I've realized it's such a big platform. I really want to be careful with who I bring on there, because I really ain't trying to get these hoes no type of fucking fame. I ain't gonna lie to you. So that in mind, like, of course I want to have good content, but I'm not just trying to use that where anybody could get on and try to just like get some clout moment or blow up. Not about to happen, but we about to have some really interesting conversations on there. Absolutely. You know?
Yo, I got a question. This is Rich Major talking.
Cool.
So
last one before I get back to this shit. Go ahead.
So instead of you like reporting shit and putting it on YouTube, are you gonna be like reporting on topics and shit and like uploading your podcast on YouTube instead of like you doing the original videos that you usually do?
No, those videos are still coming out. Like, they know I'm a news reporter, blogger. I do that. My YouTube video is gonna be just the same. I'm giving y'all just a plain out honest truth. You might see a little 15 seconds, and it probably won't even be some standardized shit. Like, you know, when I do my outro, I told you, I say, yo, like, it's where I can't even say it live. It's where check it out, like and subscribe. I'm out. Maybe I'll be like, yo, hey, and yo, real quick, like, yo, if you guys want more, like, check out me on Spotify. Like, I'm talking about this a little bit more, right? So like on my YouTube videos, I try to give the facts. I try to make it a little funny. I give some insight, but I'm not like play this. We talked about the Uzi shit here, nigga. I'm fucking pulling up the motherfucking, like, you know, the Google Map shit. We talked about it way more than I would do in a YouTube video, right? Like, on a podcast, I'm gonna take a different angle. You know what I mean? It's gonna be an angle that, you know, obviously I always wanted to be fun and entertaining, but it's not gonna be the same angle you're gonna catch me do real quickly on a YouTube video. Or if it is, it's gonna be more in depth, and it's not gonna be what I do on Twitch. You know what I mean? It's gonna be very different. So, you know, like, that's the biggest challenge for me. And y'all, I want y'all to call me out on this if y'all ever see it like that, right? So I got my YouTube, I got Twitch, and I'm gonna have this podcast. And just like I used to have YouTube, Twitch, and Everyday Struggle. And if you felt like you were watching Everyday Struggle and I said the same thing, I said, like, verbatim, and I gave the same take, and it was like, okay, we're just watching this nigga say the same thing 3 times, that's gonna be boring. Like, I gotta be more, like, I'm gonna try to take it at different angles every single time. And like, I'm gonna do a lot of prep for this podcast. You know, I get on stream, nigga, I'm about to pour up some more liquor, and I just say whatever the fuck's on my mind, because that's what's on my mind. On when I'm doing a YouTube video, I'm like, all right, what's the facts of the case? And I think about it, I'm like, okay, that's a kind of interesting way to kind of, you know, also present it. And it might be a little bit funny, but that's what's going on. So I definitely want to distinguish it, all right? Yo, for everybody in here, please stay in here. I'm going to stay in here as well. I'm going to mute up. Yo, let me just quickly talk to everybody who's in the chat about the 6ix9ine Whack episode. I think everybody kind of know how it came together. But, you know, we'll talk about a few things, and then the